What's up, guys? So here's Engineering Aquariums number 2. We've got the tank doing great. Most of these first episodes are all shot on the same day. Everything looks about the same. We're going to talk about the electrical stuff. We're going to talk about how I'm running everything, what modules, stuff like that. So I've got the J-Bow. It's a pump. It works. It's cheap. It's a DC fully controllable pump with the Apex unit. Got my lights. They're Odyssey lights. Cheap. Would recommend for the most part. Metal halide does get hot, but it does grow. It does grow coral. My zoanthids are already growing considerably, especially this colony on the right here. I don't know if you. It's not focusing. There we go. Would recommend. It has 4 cords, which we'll get into in a second why that's so helpful. Those 4 come down here. I'm plugging in one of my 2 Apex bars. My other one's out for service still. So this allows me to control my metal halides, my T5s, my fan, and then my moonlighting, all on the Apex. What I'm probably going to end up doing to save one of those is put my T5s and fan on the same outlets using a splitter. They're on at the same time anyway because my T5 surrounds my metal halides. I have like a on-off schedule thing. And then my moonlights are on at night. They're not on during the metal halides because the metal halides just wash them out and there's no point for them to be on. Going up to my fluid monitoring module, there's 4 things that I can plug in. I have all 4 plugged in. So one of those is the high point in my sump. That's this sensor down here. It's just held on with a magnet. So if that goes on, it turns off my auto top off unit. I think it turns off my skimmer. Some other stuff. The next one over, I'm pretty sure is for this bucket. I was filling this bucket last night, feeling really tired. Just threw this on. I already had a hole drilled in. Threw it on, quickly threw a program onto my RODI unit, which is controlled from a solenoid. So just had it turn off if that was hit. Passed out, absolutely just fell asleep. And this thing turned itself off. No water on the ground, everything's completely dry. No issues at all. Would recommend, guys, get yourself at least a float valve if you don't have an optical sensor. Get yourself something. Don't drain water under your floor, especially if it has carpet. This is the worst carpet in the world, but it's still carpet. It's still a pain to clean. So that goes in. My other electrical stuff. So we've got my refugium light on that timer. It's on a reverse lighting schedule, for those who know what that means. For those who don't, it's basically when the majority of these lights turn off and my photosynthesis stops in this tank, carbon dioxide stops being consumed because photosynthesis uses carbon dioxide to produce oxygen. It also uses light. So down here I have plants that normally this is just kind of my light that's helping me see stuff for you guys. That's not on. So this plant is not producing oxygen and consuming carbon dioxide during the day, but at night it does. So that keeps my carbon dioxide levels in the tank about even. Now there's more coral and more life up top than down here right now. But when that grows out, it should balance it out. And you're like, why do you need to keep your carbon dioxide levels stable? Well, it's all about pH. The pH of your water is directly related to the carbon dioxide and the gas exchange from your water. You can see I keep my water rippling even down here. That allows gas exchange. Your skimmer, massive gas exchange, bubbles all over the place. The surface of my tank, rippling, gas exchange. You want carbon dioxide to leave and you want oxygen to come in. It can't happen if the water's still. Bugs can walk on still water, to give you a thought of how strong water is when it's not moving. So how could gas get through if bugs can't? Yeah, so I got my pump. The pump is run off of this unit, and so is the other J-Bow pump. That's run with an Ethernet port that goes to my variable speed outlets on here. I could put in all these different programs and stuff. It works pretty well. I just had the DC from the J-Bow 12,000 because it was the bigger of the 2 DC AC converters. So I went with it. It gets pretty hot, not gonna lie. I don't know why there's so much dust down here. Yeah, so that gets pretty hot, but it's nothing. Like I can still touch it. Like it's fine. It's kind of like your computer charger. We've got my other fluid monitoring module up there. It's currently turned off because it was plugged directly into that one, which I just haven't gotten around or needed it because I haven't installed the other ones of my sensors, and my leak detection probe just isn't working. I need to figure out why. I flipped it over and it was like rusted because it was just sitting in water and it just hadn't told me this whole time. So I had a small leak on the back of my tank that I've since fixed. Let's see what else we got. So we got this power bar. Currently there's just one Apex unit and my AC/DC converter for my pumps plugged into it. I will have the other unit plugged into it, and depending on how wiring stuff goes, I currently have stuff plugged into the wall outlet over there. That might not work with how much power I'm drawing. We'll see for my betta fish. My phytoplankton, my copepods, and my quarantine tank are all plugged into the outlet over there. I might have to move it over here just to make sure I don't blow a fuse, because this is insured for a lot of money. My house is not insured, and people that run the house are very specific about me not burning the place down, which makes sense. So then I have two USB ports. That's a 2.1 amp for each USB port, so it'll charge whatever I have quickly. I plan on getting my Kindle Fire set up. Currently, Apex Fusion doesn't run very well on this, so I may be getting an iPad mini. We'll see. I have it mounted here it kind of just looks cool for now. I also plan on having some string lights in here, so I don't need this janky lamp to show you guys what's going on down here. Currently, they're not working either. So we'll see. Stuff works, stuff doesn't work. That's okay. We engineer it, we make it work, we fix it. I plan on using the fluid monitoring module to tell low and high levels of this, low and high levels of this, and then a high level of that, which I currently have actually to cut off my skimmer so it doesn't just keep overflowing. Of course, it's not even close, but this has just been up and running for a little bit. Yeah, so that's the electrical stuff I have. It's a mess right now. I do plan on cleaning this up. My Apex probes are all in their little Apex holder. My salinity probe has been being a pain in the butt recently. I might just recalibrate it one more time, see what happens. If not, I'm sure BRS will have something to fix it with. Great company again, Love Bulk Reef Supply. Shout out to all my other YouTubers again. Thanks for getting me into this in the first place, helping me document, helping me learn, helping me teach. Let's do this together, guys. Drop your comments in the comment section. Drop your questions. Answer some questions. Like, subscribe, follow my other videos.